welcome to my channel Sun of Stars. Welcome to today's reading. For anybody who's new, my name is Cynthia and we're gonna look at what happened in your past life and who you were today, okay? I would be lying if I said I'm not excited. I'm super duper excited. I've been thinking about doing this reading for a while. I just didn't know which cards to use, but today I felt like, okay, today's the day where we're gonna look at past life. Now, I know that some people don't really believe in past life, and to be completely honest, I can understand you because I know a lot of people on their spiritual journey, they find out a lot about their past life, or even remember things, which is like a blessing to know what happened in your past life, right? But I have experienced me randomly clicking on a video about a past life, and I didn't think too much about it. It was just for entertainment purposes, and come to find out that there's certain similarities between what happened in my past life and what is happening in my current life. There was a moment where I was watching 3 different past life readings from 3 different people, and all the 3 people said the same thing. And after the 3rd time, because I don't know where this quote comes from, but there's a quote that says, when something appears in front of you 2 times or 3 times, then it's a sign from the universe for you to look at it more closely, because it might be like very important, okay? For example, if you see a certain name 3 times in a row in different places, then maybe there is a meaning behind the name, you know? So I was watching past life readings. It all happened within a few months. So I watched one past life reading, a few months passed, another past life readings, a few months passed, and I didn't think too much about it. And then I watched the 3rd time, and then the story was the same. And then I was like, okay, something is going on here. Like, if it's the 3rd time, then the universe is communicating something. So I dove a little bit into my past life on my own, and come to find out that what I'm doing or how I'm existing in this lifetime is directly linked to what happened in my past life. So then I got super duper inspired. I don't even know why I tell you guys the story. Then I got super duper inspired to do a past life reading for you guys, because it's kind of like, sometimes we don't understand why we are the way we are, or why we have certain character traits, why we have certain desires that seem to be so strong. They usually come from past life. Okay, they usually come from what happened in your past life. Okay, so even if you are a little bit skeptical, I would recommend for you to watch this reading and just see if I mention certain words and you notice, oh, I have been thinking about that, or that's something that is very important to me. How there is a link between what happened in your past life that kind of molded you into the person that you are currently. So again, I'm really, really excited what is about to come out for me to do my own past life reading, when I had like a huge epiphany. It was like a huge epiphany, like, oh my God, that happened in my past life, and that's the reason why I am the way I am. So I hope I can provide this magic to you too today. Also, if you feel like you're listening to a pile and you don't see any connection, there should be some type of connection. I should say certain words that kind of trigger something inside of you. Like when I say the word family, like, oh, there's a lot going on with my family, or there's a lot of family matters that I'm looking at. And then you see the connection between past life and current life, okay? But if I'm talking and you don't really feel a connection, maybe choose a different pile, okay? Yeah, but without further ado, I don't want to talk too much. I'm super duper excited for today's reading. I don't know what's gonna come out. We're gonna look at, again, who you were in your past life, or what happened in your past life. And then I'm also gonna look at how it still affects you in this lifetime, okay? And maybe what kind of blessings you have because of your past life. So without further ado, in the next clip you can choose between 3 objects, and I would say I'm going to see you in your reading, guys. Hello, my beautiful pie number 1. You chose this peacock feather. I kind of tried to look a little bit like a gypsy woman today because I felt like, oh my god, past life reading. And then I was thinking to myself, do I have a costume here? Like I wanted to have like, I don't know how you call those, but you know, I wanted to have like a choker that has a, I don't know what you call it. Anyway, I wanted to look a little bit like the crazy hat maker, like in Alice in Wonderland, or like having like a crazy hat, but I don't. So I'm trying to look like an old gypsy lady. Okay, so we're gonna look at what happened in your past life. Who were you in your past life? Okay, so I'm gonna show you the cards first and then we're gonna talk about it. We have the Four of Wands and the Moon. We have the Two of Pentacles, and these cards are freaking amazing because they do look like very vintage. Okay. And then we have here the Six of Wands. Guys, did you know that in your past life you were famous? Pie number 1, in your past life you've been famous, okay? Now let me get back to the core of the reading. In your past life, you have been a person who either grew up in a family that was famous or grew up in a family that was locally famous, meaning like everybody in the village, everybody in the town knew about your family. Or this could quite literally be you were actually known worldwide. There's something about you've been famous. You either were born in a famous family. Okay, this could be that maybe your dad or your mom was a king or a queen, an emperor and an empress, or just like a well-known family, like your name, the name of your family was well-known. Everybody knew about your family. Everybody knew about your mom and your dad. Everybody knew about your siblings, okay? There's something about when you, in past life, you grew up in a family that rose to success, because I feel like this was not a family that was necessarily born in success, but I feel like your family did something very, very innovative, okay? I'm seeing an energy here that you have been either born in a very innovative family that innovated something that has never been done before, okay? Or you were the one in the family that did that. Okay, there's something about in your past life, you have been a person that innovated something that has never been done before. If we would compare it to today's age, that would, for example, be developing an app or founding a company, okay? You have been the founder of something, or you have been like, you innovated something and this innovation was like registered under your name, okay? This could have been like a concept. This could have been quite literally some type of product. This could have been a receipt, okay? But with the King of Pentacles, you were financially stable and successful, okay? Because we have a blessing to bring prosperity. So in your past life, you have been rich and you have been famous, but you have been rich and famous not for the wrong reasons. You have been rich and famous because you did something extremely innovative, something that the people really liked. It was almost as if you created something that the world didn't know that they needed, okay? There's something about, as you look at this card here, look at how they're creating products here, okay? There's something about, you could have been like a fashion designer, you could have been somebody that created like a tool in the medication or in the medication field, okay? In the health department. You could have been somebody that came up with a receipt, okay? That made a restaurant famous. There's something about you creating something that has never been done before, and it was very, very much cherished by other people, okay? So whatever you have been creating was something that actually blew up your success or blew up your name in the town, in the community that you lived in, okay? I'm seeing an energy that in your past life, you spent a lot of time analyzing, okay? If you are right now a person that analyzes a lot, you always want to understand, how something was built, or how a concept works, or just in general, where you think about like new innovations, where your mind really goes to outlandish places, like, oh, you could like, you know, create an app that does this and does that. If your mind works like that, it is because you still carry it from past life, okay? There's an energy where in your past life you spent a lot of time, and I'm even seeing a lot of evenings, okay? I'm seeing here, especially in the evenings, you were sitting on your desk a lot and you were analyzing, okay? You were analyzing things, you tried different things. It's almost as if you did experiments in your room, or you tried certain things, you did experiments, and then you wrote down, okay? And then you wrote down which answer you came to realize, okay? There's something about you sitting on your table, you writing a lot of things down, analyzing things, looking at the analytics, or trying to, yeah, there's something about you tried to combine new things, okay? You combined two things, okay? You created something that the world needed, okay? Maybe something small, such as like a back scratcher, or something big, such as like, I don't know, some type of medicine, or I don't know, some type of receipt. I don't know what exactly it is, but it is definitely something that was like very much cherished by a lot of people. Like, you brought something to the world. You gave birth to a creation, okay? The universe created something through you and gave birth to it in your past life, okay? Again, there's something about you combined two things that have never been combined before, okay? There is something about you creating something that changed your community, or that changed the fortune of your family, that changed your fortune, okay? For others of you, I'm seeing here, you have been famous. It's almost as if you have been discovered by somebody and you actually rose to fame. If it was not something that you innovated, it was definitely you performing of some sort, okay? In your past life, you were like a very active person that always tried to understand things, always tried to build something on their own, always tried to innovate new things. You had a lot of fun innovating, you had a lot of fun building, creating, you had a lot of fun trying and experimenting with different things, okay? I'm feeling in your past life you've been a very weird person, but that weird energy was actually the reason why you rose to fame and success, okay? Because this energy that I pick up here brings me to the energy of like Nikola Tesla, or there was somebody else that I was thinking about. It was like, I'm picking up an energy of like Nikola Tesla, like all these geniuses that we know. Even like artists, I'm also picking up here as well, like Leonardo da Vinci, I believe. There's something about there. It's interesting. Pile number one, the energy that I pick up here is there was a genius to your madness, okay? So there's something about people did not understand why you always stay at home, why you always stay up very, very late, and why you were always like doing something in your book, okay? They didn't understand what the fuck you're doing there, but that's when the creation was born. So I feel like you were quite a mysterious person to other people. People did not necessarily understand you or what you are doing. You've definitely been like a very, very busy person. I almost want to say your life was dedicated to create something or to build something, okay? But it was because your mind needed stimulation, okay? Hold on, guys. Is it okay? It's almost as if your mind needed stimulation. Okay, you were very much into like the mystery. You always wanted to know, okay, how does that work? And where does that come from? And what does that word mean? Very analytical. Analytical to the point where you wanted to understand how something was built. or how something works. And I'm seeing you writing a lot of entries in your book. Okay, today I found out that this and that and this and that. You were definitely like a, do you say pioneer in your time? You were most definitely locally known, but I also want to say there was some type of energy of like being worldly known. Yeah. You were definitely famous for what you have created, for your wisdom. You brought some type of wisdom to the world that was very like hidden, okay? There's something about, you brought attention to something that was hidden. You were a person that had, yeah, I'm seeing your spirit guide. So you had wisdom. You had some type of wisdom. Again, people first thought you were just like a, we talked about it in the beginning, right? Where I said like a crazy hat maker. You know, like the crazy hat maker in Alice in Wonderland. So people didn't understand your madness until they saw what you've created in your room for the last 5 years. Okay? There's something about, you had wisdom about how the universe works, and through that you created something. It's almost as if you analyzed the moon phases, where the sun is standing. You worked with some mystical energy here. You were somebody who was very, very curious. You always wanted to get new knowledge. You also were a person that was asking a lot of questions. So if you find yourself, you are a person that asks a lot of questions, you question a lot of things, you even question the meaning behind certain words, you question certain concepts that are deemed as normal. This is because this has been you in your past life. Okay, you've been somebody that you went after your gut feeling. Okay, you definitely have been somebody who has been psychic. Okay, the interesting thing is your psychic abilities were more so analytical. So I almost want to say you have been psychic, but not in a tarot reader psychic energy, but more so like realizing that maybe there's something that the world needs, or like analyzing the world, and you lived in your own little bubble. I'm picking up here, you lived in your own little bubble. And I'm also being brought, I'm being brought to people, you know, like the story where fire has been, wasn't that like an episode in SpongeBob? Discovering fire, like, oh, you see, that's how you made people feel like you did something that has never been done before. People were like amazed. First of all, they thought you were crazy, but then you were the crazy genius. Does that make sense? With the Phoenix card here. You somehow transformed other people's life by the innovation that you had. The innovation made other people's life a little bit easier. Or again, you could have just been somebody who was famous for something that you perform. Okay? There is something about and on this card you can also see like blue stars here. You see, you were living in your own little bubble. Again, if you feel like what I'm saying right now sounds much like you right now, it's because you carry this energy from your past life. Okay, so if you found yourself being somebody who finds a lot of joy in understanding, a lot of joy in analyzing, and a lot of joy in creating, or you know, like questioning certain concepts upon planet Earth, this is because this has been you in your past life. This has been you all along. Okay? You discovered something. It could even be like a leaf that would help people with skin irritation. Whatever you have discovered, you made a lot of people's life You transformed a lot of people's life with this innovation that you came to realize. I'm also seeing for some of you guys, you have been a filmmaker. So you either have been like an actor or like a filmmaker of some sort. I'm seeing that here as well. Let's get a few more cards here, guys. And then we're going to look at how it's still affecting you in your present life and what kind of blessing you have, like good karma, okay? Spirit, who has pineapple? No, I don't want to use those. Give me 1 second. I want to use those here. Who was pie number 1 in past life? You were somebody that read a lot of books, and look at that energy here. Do you see that psychic energy, that crystal ball? I almost want to say, oh, that could be it. You might have been somebody that created a practical, like practicality with psychic energy. Okay, there's something about working with the stars, working with astrology. You might have been somebody who worked very closely with a psychic, but you yourself, you have been somebody who analyzes a lot, okay? So almost as if you came to understand the dynamics of the universe, or you came to understand how something is moving. You definitely brought out a secret. There's something about you exposed a secret to the world. Exposing a secret. Let's see, who was pile number 1 in past life? Who was pile number 1 in past life? And if you look at this card here, you can see you channeled something from above and created it. You were definitely somebody who had a close connection to their spirit guides. And you were again like a well-known man, a well-known woman for what you have created. I'm also seeing here for some of you guys, there was a big party that has been thrown because of your innovation. Or you might have been somebody that then got invited to a lot of parties. It's almost as if you made a name of yourself that also brought you a lot of attention, even from like higher status people. But again, there was like a cause to your popularity. There was a cause to your famous energy, okay, or to your fame here. This was not fame for the sake of being famous, not at all, okay? Who was pile number 1 in their past life, Spirit? The Hanged Man, yeah. If I could describe your energy in past life, you've been somebody that went through the world with completely different eyes. Some people saw a building, but you saw the architecture and how every little thing was constructed to work together. You would have been the person to analyze how to make why a pyramid is, you know, shaped the way it is. And like there's something about the way you walked through the world was you didn't see a rose, you saw what the rose is made out of and where the pigment comes from. Like it's like you were a little crazy, but there was like there was genius to the craziness, okay? So again, I feel like people before you rose to success and fame deemed you as somebody who's crazy, somebody who's weird, somebody who lives in their own little bubble, okay? Who was pile number 1 in past life? Yeah, look at that. You signed documents with your name. People wanted to buy your innovation. Yeah, your innovation. There's something about in past life you probably have been in newspapers. you have been like a topic in the news, in newspapers. Maybe there has been like some information about you in a book, in school books. Okay, maybe you went to different schools to teach what you have found out. Okay, there's something about a lot of people wanted to do business with you, but before they just thought that you were crazy. Okay, people thought you were crazy. Yeah, there's something about a lot of people wanted to do business with you. You signed a lot of like contracts where you sold that innovation to people, or again, you even if you have been, because for most of you guys, I feel like you did something. This could even be like the first movies in color, or like a movie about astrology that has never been done before. There's something about what you have created brought you to a place where people wanted to work with you, people wanted to buy your idea, people wanted to take on your concept. Okay, something about your name has quite literally been written in so many newspapers. You signed so many like contracts. I'm also seeing like you signing autographs. Do you say autographs? Yeah. People came up to you and they wanted a picture with you, or an autograph. I don't know if that's the correct word here. Who was pile number 1 in past life? 4 of Swords. Yeah. You were way more advanced compared to the people that you live with. You were kind of like the hero of the village, because if you look at that card here, it almost looks like those men, I don't know, I mean, to me they look like a little bit like old age, and that guy looks a little bit more new age. So you had a new age mind in an old age time, which again, people didn't understand you, right? Even when you died, people threw a party celebrating that you were existing. People still were buying your books. There was still articles in newspapers about you. I don't know what you guys have done, but we have the Sun card here. Give me one more. Who's pile number 1 in their past life? Probably going to be a long reading. I tried to make them not that long, but hey ho, it's never possible for me. 4 of Cups. Yeah. Okay. You were I'm hearing you were a chosen one to bless the earth with a creation that they needed. You also had a lot of haters, okay? A lot of people that didn't understand the hype about you, okay? You could have, even if it was not like quite literally a product, it could have been a concept, okay? It could have been a book that you've written. There's something about you've been a chosen one in past life too, because it took a lot of sacrifice for you. You were always the weird one, or the outlandish one, the outcasted one. Okay. And again, this could be quite literally like a family business I'm picking up here, or this is that you brought this fame and this financial success to your family. Okay, guys, I'm also hearing that you proved something that was deemed as not possible. Okay, so I'm picking up an energy of people saying something is not possible, and you proved that it is possible with this innovation, with this concept, with this analysis. I'm being brought to those kind of movies where I don't know, like there's one particular movie where they had a hot air balloon and they wanted to travel the world with a hot air balloon, and people said it's not possible, but then it happened, or how high the hot air balloon can go, or something like that. There's something about you proved to people that something is real. Okay, you either prove that something is real or something is working, or that there is a medicine to an illness, or some type of concept that blew people's mind. Yeah, you blew people's mind. Okay. You also had a lot of enemies that tried to kill you, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, you had enemies that tried to kill you because they couldn't stand seeing one more newspapers or article about how amazing you are. The interesting thing is that, again, before you published, or before you came to the public with your innovation, I feel like you were somewhat just like a very busy person. You were really living. You had such a deep passion for analyzing and birthing new concepts, and you had such a passion for creation and for understanding the universe, for understanding how energy works. You had so much passion in like repairing things, analyzing things, finding a problem to a solution, finding a solution to a problem. Okay, you had so much fun journaling, writing entries. Okay, and you stayed up really late here. I'm also seeing here you were a night owl. Okay. Okay, pie number one. What kind of blessing does pie number one have from past life? Whoopala. We have here a blessing on your wisdom. You still carry the wisdom from the past. You still have this innovative mind, yeah. I'm hearing there's something about you made things happen out of thin air. Okay, let's get a few more cards, see how it affects you in your current life. The way your past life is affecting you in your current life is that you sometimes find yourself overthinking. You had a genius mind in past life. You had a mind that was so sharp and so highly developed, to the point where you brought something highly developed, something advanced to a village, a family, whatever the heck it was, okay? You were quite a good businessman or a businesswoman. But I'm picking up an energy here. There could be an energy where you still carry that energy of that you sometimes like a challenge. Maybe even that happens subconsciously, like could even be like challenging people in authority, challenging concepts that are deemed as normal, or challenging somebody's worldview. Kind of like this energy of like questioning and challenging society, or questioning and challenging a tradition, whatever the heck it is, okay? There's an energy for some of you guys that you still carry this energy of I want to do something on my own, or I want to create something, or I want to, discover something. I want to innovate something, okay? There's something about how your past life affects your current life is that you sometimes overthink. We talked about it, right? There's a thin line between being a genius and going crazy. Okay, so your analytical mind, the wisdom that you carry from your past life, and we talked about it, right? It's interesting because I picked up that you were the type of person to see, the anatomy or the structure, or I don't know, like the formula of a flower. You were a genius, but that also right now, if you still find yourself being such an analytical person, it's almost as if the way it affects your current life is that you sometimes need to take a break when it comes to your mind. It almost feels like your mind is so sharp that you cannot just, smell the rose and don't think about anything, okay? There's something about just looking at something and appreciating it for what it is without analyzing it, okay? So there could be an energy that where you are over analyzing things to the point where you are paralyzed, or to the point where you confuse yourself, like you analyze something so much that you confuse yourself in the end, because there's so many outcomes to a situation. And there's something about your spirit guides are saying there's a genius inside of you, but what needs to happen here with you guys is you need to find a way to calm down your overly analytical mind. Okay, it's almost as if you used your mind so much in your past life to the, yeah, that's what it is. Because past life energy is very interesting. It usually, or sometimes it talks about what happened in past life. Yeah, your spirit guides are here. Like what happened in past life, you're supposed to experience the opposite in this lifetime. Yeah, that's what it is. You know, because I was just remembering what I found out about my past life. It's usually what happened in past life, you already went through that, which means this lifetime is supposed to be the complete opposite, just like water and fire. If you already experienced fire in your past life, you're supposed to experience water, okay? Yeah, what I'm picking up here is, in this lifetime, the way it affects you is that you find yourself that your mind is how can I explain that? It's almost as if sometimes your mind is a little blocked. Okay, because you overanalyze, but there's also a purpose to that blockage. It's almost as if spirit is saying they don't want you to rely on only your mind the way you did in the past, okay? Because using the mind so much is not to your benefit. It at some point leaves you with a mind that you cannot turn off, or not being able to stop thinking. So there's something about pie number 1. I'm also picking up an energy here. Since you were rich in your past life, okay, you were rich. Let me tell you, you had gold, you had enough to share with your family, you had everything basically, okay? In this lifetime, the way it affects you is to somehow experience the opposite, but not completely. Hear me out, okay? It's not about like you were rich in past life and now you're supposed to be poor. I'm not talking about that. It's more so this energy of, this time around, it's a little different. This time around, it's not your mind that will bring you to prosperity and financial abundance. That's what it is. It's not your mind this time. In your past life, it was your mind. This lifetime, what brings you to financial abundance and success, your journey is a little different this time around. Okay? This time around, I'm picking up an energy where your journey is all about emotional intelligence rather than analytical intelligence, okay? So there's something about, it is not your mind that will bring you to financial abundance. It is your emotional compass, okay? What will bring you to financial abundance and success in this lifetime is love. Now hear me out. It has something, yeah, and we have the dolphin here, which brings me to the movie Lucy, okay? And I remember that in the movie Lucy, there was a guy that had a presentation about dolphins and how they are like one of the most intelligent creatures, but it's a creature that lives in water. So there's something about this time around, in this lifetime, what will bring you to financial abundance is your intuition and your emotional compass, okay? It's almost as if this lifetime you do things that maybe don't seem logical, or there's something about, I feel the need to go, I feel the need to walk this path, I feel the need to leave, or I feel a lack and I want to find out what that lack is all about. This lifetime, it's all about an emotional journey rather than an analytical one. It's all about, what do you fall in love with? Who do you fall in love with? The moment where you become a person that lives and breathes love, meaning loving or putting love in your creation, or speaking lovingly to people. There's something about, you rise, this lifetime you rise in love. And I'm not only talking about like romantic love, but there's something about when your heart is full of love for birds chirping. There's something about, there's something about, you used to be in your little bubble in your past life, right? This time around, super duper deep. This time around, it is not about living in your own bubble, but being connected to everything. Because you were somewhat a little bit isolated. You did have the people that you worked with, the people that you did experiments with, but I still feel an energy that you were kind of like, you spent a lot of time being hidden from the world. You spend a lot of time being inside and writing and, doing experiments. And this time around, it's all about... I'm hearing you stayed a lot inside, and this time around it's all about you being outside, or something about the more you see yourself in other people, or the more you feel connected to everything. There's something about the more you feel the connection to everything upon planet Earth, that every rose is just, a mirror of love, or a beautiful mirror of a beautiful soul, or there's something about, as soon as you become one, you rise to financial abundance and success and all of that, when you live with love. When you have so much love in your heart to give to people, to pour it into what you write, what you speak, what you create. Because back in the days it was your mind. This time around it's your heart that brings you to financial abundance, or that helps you to manifest something here. Okay. And number one, this time around it's all about stepping out of your mind. You were living a lot in your mind in your past life, okay? This time around it's all about freeing your mind from thinking. Feeling rather than thinking, and feeling or being fully present in the present moment without thinking about the past or the future, just the present moment, because you were very innovative and future focused in your past life. This lifetime, it's all about being in the present moment and being fully in your body, right? Where you're not only in your head, but really in your whole body. And where you feel the love for yourself, for other people, or for the world in your whole body. And there's something about, you will walk a journey, or you will walk a path in your life where you find a way to get out of your head and inside of your heart. If I could describe it in a few sentences: out of your head, inside of your mind. I want to get one more card where you are going. I actually wanted to do a reading. Yeah, that's the next reading that I'm going to do. Where are you going? It's kind of like a continuation from this one here. Okay, where is pile number one going? What's going on here? Where's pile number one going? Queen of Swords. Interesting. Wow. Do you know what I'm seeing here? That makes total sense if I look at it now. We have the Queen of Swords here. In astrology, there's such a thing as North Node and South Node. The South Node is about what happened in your past life and what kind of lessons you learned, which is what we're talking about right now, right? And then North Node is your destiny in this lifetime and what you have to learn. But the beautiful thing is that you're supposed to put North Node and South Node together so that it works together. That's what it is about. You learn how to work with your logical mind as well as with your heart. Mind and heart is connected, not just the mind and not just the heart, both. But first of all, you're experiencing a chapter in your life where it's all about feeling, all about sensitivity, all about understanding yourself, what happens within you emotionally. And then I'm also seeing here that you're gaining your power back over your own mind. You will be in a position where your mind works for you instead of against you. It's almost as if the love of your heart will heal your mind to the point where your mind works for you again. Okay, so it's not about completely dismissing the genius mind that you used to have in past life, but to make it work with the emotional compass, with intuition. So you're bringing those two energies together, the emotional intelligence and analytical intelligence. There's something about you gaining back your mental health. I'm seeing here a mental health journey. That is a strong mental health journey, from somebody who felt trapped in their mind to somebody who knows exactly how to use their mind to get to what they want. Okay, I don't want to dive too much into it, but if you guys are interested in healing your mind, I would highly recommend teachings from Eckhart Tolle. Okay, for some of you guys, I'm also seeing here pie number 1, because we talked about how you were famous. If you feel this energy of like, I feel like I'm supposed to be in the public eye, is because you're used to that energy from past life. And then on the contrary, for some of you guys, I'm seeing here you're so over and done with being famous because you experienced that in past life, that it is not something that you fancy in this lifetime, basically, because you already experienced that. So for some of you guys, I'm picking up an energy where you feel like you still have something left to give to the world, or there's still something that you like, almost like finishing what the creation, or finishing something in the public eye, okay, that you started in your past life, which means this is also the reason why you still have the desire to somehow be in the public eye, or somehow do something that requires for you to be seen by people, okay? And then for others of you, again, you're already over that. You already know what it is like to be famous and rich, and you're completely over that. So you might find yourself being a minimalist, being somebody who's not into social media whatsoever, because again, you already you already experienced, all of that. Okay, my beautiful pie number 1. I hope you guys like this reading. Let me know down in the comments if you resonate with it. I love you guys, and I'm going to see you in my next one. Bye. Hello, my beautiful pie number 2. So you chose this beautiful tiger's eye here, tiger's eye crystal. Let's find out what happened in your past life, okay? First things first, I want to tell you guys that you saved people's life, okay? There's something about people have been... There's something about people have been in crisis, or you somehow save people from dying, okay? Going super duper deep, but let's start in the beginning. We have here the King of Wands, the 8 of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, and the Judgment card here. Oh yeah, I know where this is going, guys, okay? Hold on, guys. So here we go. Okay. What happened in your past life? In your past life, you were a well-respected businessman, businesswoman, a well-respected employer, employee, okay? There's something about you were working for a big company, or you yourself had a big company, okay? With the 3 of Coins here. there's an energy where you had a huge position in a company, a huge position as a businessman, just in general, like a bigger position in society. So you were not, how can I say that? You were financially well off. You were not rich, but you were financially well off, and you were somebody who created something. But specifically, I'm seeing when it comes to like work. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Because I'm getting downloads here. I'm picking up an energy. I'm picking up an energy here, where in your past life, you have been somebody who, again, was like a well-respected man or a well-respected woman. Now, there's a twist to your story. There was something about like people had the reputation of you that you are a hard worker and you always do good for the city, you always do good for the village, whatever the heck it is, okay? And I'm seeing here, pile number 2, guys, I pick up that you sacrificed your reputation for people in need. There is something, oh my God, I don't want to get goosebumps here, guys. There's something about, just imagine like a well-respected man, a well-respected woman in society, always is dressed well, has a really good foundation, works in a really good company, owns a really good company, okay? But I think in the time where you were living, there were certain restrictions, for example, that 2 different ethnicities are not supposed to be together. Or an energy of like only men can work, or only men are allowed to wear trousers. Something about like very, very strong restrictions or discrimination that happened in the time that you were living. You were on on the good side. Like you were not the person that would go through discrimination. So you saw how it happened in your surroundings. And I'm seeing here that you sacrificed your reputation, or you, how can I say that? Instead of only saving your own ass and not, making your hands dirty by helping the people that were discriminated or that were in danger. You actually helped people, okay? So from the outside, you looked like a well-respected man that follows rules, that obeys the rules, but you were not. So I almost want to say you lived a double life in your past life. You were somebody who saved people's life. I'm also hearing saved people's souls, so I don't know what exactly that means, but it's something about people came to you to be saved from death because they were hunted. Okay, there were some people that were hunted. This could be a particular person, or this could be several people. You actually saved them from dying. Oh my God, it all makes sense. Okay. Because the blessing that you experienced in past life, it says, a blessing on growing older. The universe blessed you with a long life because you saved other people's life. This actually brings me to the movie In Time, or On Time, by Justin Timberlake, where he saves, yeah, that's what it is, where Justin Timberlake saves a guy, like a millionaire. You know how in the movie it's like a new age, futuristic kind of energy, where the currency was time. The currency was time. You're receiving time, and then when the time is up, then also your life is up, but you were also working to get like time. So they had like a code here, and then every time you went to work, they put some extra time on your clock so that you can continue to live. But there were also millionaires that had like 1,000,000 years of living, where other people only had 22 hours on their clock and always had to like run or rush or go somewhere to find a few more hours. So in the movie In Time, Justin Timberlake saves a millionaire, and this millionaire doesn't want to live anymore because he has already lived like 1,000,000 years, and he has another 2 or 3 million on his clock, and he didn't want to live anymore. So he wanted to go to heaven because he didn't want to live anymore. But before he did that, he transferred all his time to Justin Timberlake's clock. So now all of a sudden, Justin Timberlake in that movie was somebody who was poor in time. And then he transferred his 1,000,000 years or whatever onto Justin Timberlake's clock. That was the blessing that he received. There's something about either you have been in a position where you saved people from discrimination or people in poverty that blessed you with a long life. You might have been somebody that grew to be 100 years, 102 years, 105 years, okay? And for others of you, I'm picking up here, this is what actually happened to you. How you saved the life of a rich man or something like that, although you could have had hatred towards that person, and somehow received a blessing here. There's something about receiving a blessing because good karma, okay? There was something you received, or you did something in your past life that brought good karma to you. Okay, I'm seeing particularly 3 people here. Yeah, there is something about time. You bless people to have more time to live. Okay, or it could be that there's something about the rich and the poor, or the people that are privileged and the people that are not. Something took place here, how you made peace with a rich man or a rich woman, or like this division in classes. Something happened here. Either you were the person that has been privileged and you grew to find love for somebody who was not privileged at all, and there was like a bond that happened between the two of you, okay? Which then comes back to a good karma that you receive in this lifetime. But I'm also picking up an energy. You might have fallen in love with a lady who was not privileged, or a man who was not privileged, but you were. Or again, the other way around, a rich lady or a rich man fell in love with you, although you were different classes or something like that. Okay, and I'm actually seeing here, yeah guys, if I'm like that, it's like because my mind is exploding, so bear with me, okay? Because I'm seeing here a child that is born. A child that is born between a privileged man and an unprivileged woman. Something about like rich and poverty. Wow. Here we go. Love was stronger than fear, or love was stronger than division. So somebody chose love over their reputation. Either a man or a woman of privilege chose you over their reputation, or it was the other way around. And then you guys gave birth to a child. There's something about you fought the fight for love. Okay? Something about this love was forbidden, or people from 2 different ethnicities. I'm hearing you chose love. Pile number 2, you chose love in your past life over anything. I don't want to cry. Okay, let's get a few more cards here. Spirit, who was pile number 2 in their past life? And then I'm seeing here a very interesting child has been born. There's something about you made a big change because you were a role model for people, because you fought for love or you fought for your family, or something about like bringing people together from different classes. Okay, there's something about a child that then has been born that was the physical materialization between two classes no longer being divided or something like that. So you did have like a special child. There's something about you fought for love and you were like a big role model for people in the past. That love is stronger than fear. Let's see, who is pie number 2 in past life? I'm picking up an energy that you grew old with the love of your life because you chose the love of your life over reputation or over how the world views you, or again the other way around. It might have been a man or a woman with privilege that chose you over their reputation. And you guys grew old together, gave birth to a child. And that child was like very different because both of your energies came from... This was a child that was supposed to be born, I'm picking up here. Okay, let's see, let's get one more card here and then we're gonna see what... Because I'm seeing a child being born here, I don't know, okay? Let's see. This could also go into the direction of refusing an arranged marriage and then fleeing to be with the love of your life. Something along those lines here, guys, okay? Yeah, because these are two people here. Do you see that? Two people running away. Let's see, who was pie number 2 in past life? Can you give me one more card here? I'm also hearing refusing an arranged marriage. There was a refusal of an arranged marriage, or you refusing one man and choosing the other. There was some type of love triangle in the past, in your past life, but you chose love. God damn it. That sounds like, yeah, we talk about love triangle. Look at that, 3 of Swords. There was a man or a woman interested in you. And then you were fleeing with another man or another woman because of love. God damn it. Look at that, 10 of Pentacles here, yeah. You lived happily ever after, but you had to fight for this love, or you had to fight to be with this man or this woman of your dreams. And here we have this child. Do you see that child here? Spirit, what is it about the child that you want to tell us? And then we're gonna... 8 of... yeah. I'm seeing that you had a child that was very smart, but also very mysterious here. What about the child? Wow. There's something... Your child was the reason why conflict stopped? There's something... Your child did something in your marriage that stopped the conflict, or helped you to flee, or helped you to... Yeah. Something about your child did something, said something, I don't know. Your child did something to break the pattern of conflict in the family dynamic or in the family tree. God damn it, what the heck is going on here? It's almost, yeah, it's almost as if your child had angelic energy or was somewhat of an earth angel that somehow helped to end like a huge conflict here. A conflict between people, a conflict between races, a conflict like... Your child was born as somewhat of an earth angel or as a child with angelic energy. Came to earth, which was also the reason why you had this urge to marry this man, marry this woman. Okay. Although all odds spoke against it, but that child was very, very important for that time. This child, it's like, you know those movies when there's like a child that has some type of energy that just their presence influences people who are usually like very cold-hearted, and your child was melting the cold-hearted people, or like your child could penetrate the heart of cold-hearted people. I don't know what's going on here. Okay, guys, I don't want to go too deep into that, okay? I want to look at how this energy still affects you in today's age, okay? How you still maybe feel the effects of what has happened here. So give me 1 second. 7 of Swords. Wow. Okay, Spirit wants to talk about it. We are going to talk about it. Okay. Spirit wants to talk about it. We are gonna talk about it. I just want to get one more card for your blessing here. What is your blessing about? From past life. Okay. A blessing for good work. And we have a blessing on the children. We talked about it, right? Okay, let's talk about it. I'm so happy to be here and do this reading, to be completely honest. So we have a blessing on the children. We just talked about how your child was a blessing for the earth, okay? Your child was a child that had the power to touch people's heart. The people that had a cold soul or a cold heart, your child could touch those people. Because you gave birth to a child that was made and born out of love and then was a blessing to the earth, I almost want to say in this lifetime, if you don't already have children, you will have children that bring some type of blessing to you. Okay, your child has been a blessing to other people in past life. This lifetime, your child will be a blessing to you or a blessing to your family. There's some child that is going to bring a blessing to your family, to your home. Okay. For some reason, I'm picking up such a beautiful energy. I also feel like in case you don't want to have children, this could just be, this is definitely, it says a blessing for good work, which means at some point in this lifetime, you will definitely reap the benefits of your labor, okay? There's something about you're gonna be blessed. I'm hearing you're gonna be crowned for the work that you've done. Maybe being well respected, yeah, because I'm picking up an energy that in this lifetime you will also be well respected for some type of work that you are doing or will be doing, okay? This could be quite literally a little Etsy shop that you choose to open up when you are 50 years old and you get a lot of comments saying, this necklace brought me luck. Okay. So if you hear that example, this could be all kinds of examples when we talk about a blessing for good work, right? Now, for others of you, again, your child has been a blessing to earth or to the age it was born in past life, and in this lifetime it's supposed to be a blessing for you, okay? Almost as if you didn't sacrifice your child, but your child was for the earth. It's like your child was, yeah, I saw that here. It was like your child was not really with you guys, because your child was always outside traveling, or always like your child was always on a journey to bring peace, or always on a journey to make changes in the world. So you kind of sacrificed your child in order for it to go on its way and go on its mission. In this lifetime, you will have a child that you can hug, and that a child that is with you, okay, and that is going to bring a blessing to you instead of to other people. Now, another thing that I pick up here, guys, the good work also brings me to an energy of, we talked about how either you were the rich man, the rich woman that helped somebody who was not rich at all, like somebody in poverty, or you were the poor one that helped somebody who was rich. Instead of sending hate to that person, you helped that person in a crisis and then got the blessing of a rich man or a rich woman, okay? So you received like some type of like good karma in your past life. And I'm picking up this can be quite similar to this lifetime. There could be an energy where you will be blessed with having an encounter with a privileged man or a privileged woman, may it be platonic, business, romantic, that is going to bring some type of blessing or some type of boost to your career, some type of blessing to your career, some type of career opportunity, okay? Or even like them speaking a good word about you, and then you get a promotion of some sort, okay? There's something about a good karma from past life, but it talks about rich, like privileged and unprivileged, rich and poverty, okay? Something like that here, okay? So I wouldn't be surprised if you somehow receive a blessing from a privileged or rich person, okay? How you will be like the favorite one. But again, this all comes from past life, honey. This all comes from past life here. Now let me get into how this energy is still affecting you to this day. Look at this card here. I am on a quest to find out what true love really is. I am on a quest to do everything that I can do in order to create a happy family, or have a happy family, or to make my family happy. Family has been very, very important for you in past life, and it's still important for you in this lifetime, okay? If it doesn't concern children, it does concern some type of romance. There's something about realizing or being on a journey to find your soulmate, okay? But there's something here with the Seven of Swords and the Ace of Swords. This is like fake love and true love, okay? This is something about your journey is about, or the way it's affecting you is, you know from your past life what true love is. And you also know what fake love is, because there has been a third party. I'm seeing it here. There was a man or a woman interested in you, and you didn't love this person. But it was some type of like arranged marriage, or I don't know what the heck, or you were fleeing. In this lifetime, I'm hearing real eyes, realize real lies. In this lifetime, your soul is programmed to find the truth. You are a truth seeker in every aspect, but also specifically when it comes to love. Are you really the one for me? Is this really true love? Is this really a soul connection, or is it not? Even in friendship. Something about you are able to see when a person lies and when a person says the truth, or you know what it feels like. Even if you've never been in a relationship, you will know when this person stands in front of you. The knowing comes from your past life. You know what true love feels like. You know the energy of your future spouse from past life, which is the reason why you find it's so hard to find them in this lifetime, because you're looking for them. Does that make sense? And then for others of you, there's something about true love and fake love. This can also be true love in a friendship and fake love in a friendship. Something about making the right decision about what is true and what is false. Choosing the right partner for yourself because you've done that in the past. Okay. And again, I'm also seeing here kind of like the energy of protecting your family. If you already are in a partnership, it feels like protecting your family from... Interesting. I'm hearing protecting your family from the toxic influence that today's age has. So almost as if you are here to protect your child or to protect your family, to protect your marriage from the toxic influence from society, to keep it out. Keep out the toxic influence from society. It feels like to protect your marriage or to protect love, to protect family. I can't. Let me get one last card here, pile number 2. How does this still affect you here? How does this still affect you? 10 of Swords. Hierophant. 6 of Swords. I'm seeing here some of you guys. This is going to be a little bit specific, okay? If it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, then just leave it for the person it is for. I'm seeing here you went through a little bit of trauma in your past life because of this love, okay? Because it was a fight for love, but it was not easy. You guys had to like hide and leave everything behind and all kinds of stuff. Conceive the child in like somewhere hidden or something like that. It was not easy. It was, at the end of the day, you guys grew old together and you were in love, but it was like traumatic, that experience, okay? So in this lifetime, the way it could possibly affect you is that maybe you are not interested in marriage or relationship at all because it was so traumatizing. Does that make sense? It was so traumatizing in the past that you kind of like have a blockage when it comes to intimacy or when it comes to fully opening yourself up to love, because your soul still remembers all the drama that happened in past life, okay? As if your soul associates drama with love, okay? For others of you, I'm picking up an energy here. The way it could influence you is that you might find yourself in a long distance relationship, okay? And then for others of you, the way it affects you today is that you might find yourself in a marriage that is not so traditional. This is a partnership, this is a marriage, or even children. You will have children that are not traditional or don't think traditionally, or your marriage, your partnership will not be traditional. There will be a little twist to it. I'm hearing as if the story continues from past life. Oh God, I can't. I just can't. It's just beautiful. Now I'm also seeing here, if in past life you couldn't find peace with the love of your life, this lifetime, it is time for you and the woman, the man of your dreams, to find peace, because you no longer live in an age that is restricted, you know. Okay, my beautiful pile number 2, I hope this helped. Okay. Let me know then in the comments if you resonate with it. I'm kind of a little bit shocked over here, if you can tell. I love you guys. I'm going to see my next one, and I wish you a lovely day. Bye. Hello, my beautiful pile number 3. You chose this beautiful shell here. Are you ready to find out what happened in your past life? Okay, the other 2 were very interesting. So what we're going to look at is what happened in your past life, who were you in your past life, and how does it still affect you. I'm also going to look at what kind of like good karma you have from your past life, okay? So let's hop right into it. Pile number 2, you definitely have, if you find yourself being a dreamer right now, you have always been a dreamer, okay? You lived in a time where there was a lot of shit going on in the world. This could be a huge inflation, this could be war, this could be a huge health crisis. Some type of huge crisis happened when you were living. The past life that we are tapping into today is a past life where you were right in the middle of a huge destruction of, like, let's say, economy, or where the concept of money got destroyed, or you were in war, or something huge happened. The lifetime that you've been through was a time that was extremely difficult, okay? This was a time where, again, there may have been problems with economy, there might have been war, okay? If you find yourself being very, very sensitive when it comes to noises, okay, when you cannot handle like huge noises, it's because you literally heard like so much war and pistols, and you know, like you heard so much like destruction with your ears in past life, which is also the reason why your soul cannot take it anymore. You're really longing for peace in case you are kind of sensitive to noises. I'm seeing like being sensitive to noises, being sensitive to scent, or you're just in general a little bit of like a very sensitive person, or you really cannot handle conflict, you cannot handle drama. Or you also picking up an energy, you might also be somebody who gets easily triggered, or who gets angry very easily. But that does come from the survival mode that you have been in your past life. You definitely have been in survival mode. I would say you are a survivor, okay? There's something about you survived a huge crisis in your past life. You survived some big destruction that happened in your country, that happened in the world. There might have also been like, do you say invasion, like colonialism, where, you know, like the Brits came and invaded your country, something along those lines here, okay? There was a lot of turmoil, a lot of destruction happening around you in your past life. Now, did that stop you from achieving your dreams? It didn't. We have here the Three of Swords, and if you look at this card, the Three of Swords is usually like a very heartbreaking energy. Three of Swords usually talks about heartache, deep sadness, pain, traumas. But look at this guy here, how he's still, it's almost as if you look at this card here, okay, there's like war going on, destruction going on outside, but he's inside, okay? And somehow, even in your past life, you found peace in the midst of destruction, peace in the midst of war, peace in the midst of dark clouds. There's something about how you in your past life had a huge dream. You might have had a huge dream to become an artist, to become an architect. You definitely had like a huge ass dream in your past life. Okay. And I'm seeing here, Spirit is saying, that's so beautiful. Spirit is saying, if you already went through all of that in your past life and you still happened to succeed with your dreams, why do you think that today's age could stop you from achieving your dreams? There's something about you in your past life you went through really, it's almost as if all the destruction, all the sadness, or all the madness that went on around you in your village, in your country, in the world could not affect you. There's something about you found deep peace in the midst of chaos, in the midst of conflict, but global conflict and global chaos. It actually reminds me of when the pandemic started, okay, when the health crisis started upon planet Earth. And I remember how my mom was like, you know, screaming and saying like, oh my God, it's so bad, you know, like stuff like that. And that was around the time where I started my YouTube channel, and I thought, nice, I'm trying to make my dreams come true and the world is going down. That's what I'm picking up here. I'm hearing the world was on fire. I'm hearing the world was on fire. but my passion was stronger. My dream was stronger than the fire that happened around the world. Okay. I'm picking up an energy here. You have been a person, I'm picking up you've been an artist in your past life, okay, but a successful artist. It almost feels like the times that you've lived in, this traumatic experiences that you've witnessed in your past life, happened to inspire you to create art, to create music, to create something, to create poetry. Somehow the madness of the world created genius ideas in your mind. And I'm seeing here again, the word was on fire, but the fire of your passion was stronger. Somehow you survived the crisis. A lot of people lost their lives in that time, but you didn't. I'm picking up an energy here that, again, you guys, you've been the dreamers. You've been the people that would have written about the war, that would have made poetry about the war, that would have created music. Okay. Somehow this huge bad experience that you've been through, even like to the point of like poverty or losing your home or needing to leave a country, okay, because I'm seeing that here as well. It didn't stop you. It gave you the inspiration. You found inspiration in the darkness. And that inspiration that you got from the darkness in the past helped you to get some type of recognition in your past life. But it more so feels like it doesn't feel like fame. Okay, it more so feels like you were known for the art that you've created. But again, you were not a famous person. You were still a person that was very much to themselves. But your art, yeah, that's what it is. Your art was very popular, or there was something about, a lot has been written about your art. Or there was a lot of like fuss, a lot of like people talking about your art or talking about your creation, but you somehow seem to still find peace and not be in the public eye of some sort. We're going to get a few more cards here. Okay, I'm also seeing here that I don't know if you guys know that, but in spirituality or in astrology, a lot of people talk about the Aquarius age, right? Where in the Aquarius age, there's a lot of revolutionaries and visionaries being born to help the world transition from one energy, from one age to another. And I'm actually seeing that here. You were in the midst of a transition, okay? You were in the midst of when the world transitioned from one age to another. Okay, so you have been like a visionary in your past. In your past life, you've been a visionary, and it's almost as if you were a catalyst. You were one of the ones that helped the world or helped your city to transition to a new way of living with the art that you created, with the music that you created, with the poetry that you created, with the books that you've written. Okay, you created something that was kind of like in the middle. It was old age and it was new age at the same time. Do you see that here with the Emperor card? The transition from an old age to a new age. Almost this, if I could describe it like the transition from industrial age, right, to the digital age, which we are currently in right now. You've been in an age where you were transitioning. There was some type of like transition happening. I'm hearing you were from the future. Okay, or you worked with the future, or you saw the future. Wow, that's interesting. I feel like you saw the future in your past, which was the reason why you were not scared about the current circumstances. So you probably received like a download from spirit of some sort. Yeah, you did. That's why you were so calm when there was chaos and crisis happening, because you received some type of vision here. You received some type of enlightenment that told you that the future will look different, but you were also part of this new future, as if you were part of the new world, like a new world order. Okay. I'm also seeing here that you saved people, okay? You might have saved people with the art that you created, or you quite literally saved people here, okay? Because I'm hearing something specific, as if you saved like you saw like a child on the streets and then you saved the child, or you saw a mother and then you saved her. You told her, no, don't go this way. That's where, you know, like all the explosion and chaos is, okay? And then for others of you, you saved people with the things that you've written down, okay? You help people to deal with the traumas that they've been through, okay? It reminds me of like, the energy that I pick up here with you guys is you've been like an artist that was the first one to talk about depression, or the first one to talk about mental health problems, the first one to talk about Illuminati or whatever, okay? Something about the first one to talk about something so that a new age or a new world could be born, okay? What's pile number 3 in past life, Spirit? And you made your dreams come true. Okay, we have the 9 of Cups here. I'm hearing you rose above the crisis. And your art touched people's heart. Okay. Who was pile number 3 in past life? Oh no, this card came out in pile number 1. Maybe you've been drawn to pile number 1. Who was pile number... Yeah, I knew it. I knew it, guys. Who was pile number 3 in past life? Yeah, I wanted to say you got crowned, or yeah, there's something about you got the recognition of a person in power in your past life, okay? We have here the King of Swords, and you can see that the King of Swords is looking at this guy here, and I feel like this was you. It's almost as if you I want to say, when you were living in your past life, you inspired people in bigger positions. Your art traveled to people in bigger positions. Somehow you influence people in bigger positions, which is the reason why we talked about how you got recognition for your art, but not in a way where you were famous, but more so like still private here. Okay? Something about high honors or being highly respected by people in authority. Okay? You were a person in past life. You were like a highly enlightened person, guys. I'm seeing, like, for me, if I look at this card, it looks like she's shining. Do you see the light on her? You were like a highly enlightened person, almost like, you know, like a highly enlightened monk, you know, like somebody who maybe brought spirituality to a village, a country, a city where spirituality was not very like, wasn't not really a topic. Something about you being like a highly enlightened person, almost like a guru. I almost want to say like a guru, a teacher. Something about you brought enlightenment. We talked about it, right? How the darkness could not affect you because you were the light. The darkness could not affect you because you were the light. And then you brought the light to other people with the art that you've created. With the 10 of Wands here. Okay, let me show you this card, but I want to get a clarification card here. I'm also hearing you got an apology from a person in authority. Okay. I don't know what exactly this is about, but it's kind of like you've been a person that enlightened other people. You brought light to other people. You brought spiritual awakenings to other people in past life. You healed people with your presence, with your art. Spirit, who was pile number 3 in past life? I also want to say, guys, in your past life, you died peacefully. After everything that you've been through, it almost feels like you found heaven before you went to heaven. You brought heaven upon earth because you found heaven within. Who was pile number 3 in past life? With you guys, it's quite interesting here. Okay. The devil, look at that card. I'm seeing here that you were in your past life, you refused to do something, okay? You were definitely the one that would not obey to rules, okay? There's something about the system of the world, or where the world went, okay, the direction of the system that you were living in. And how you helped people to not walk into the trap with your enlightened energy. And we talked about it. I think I said something like you helped somebody not to walk this path because there's explosion, but this could also be metaphorically speaking. You definitely brought peace to a lot of people. You saved a lot of people from the trap. From the trap of society, or from the trap of obeying to rules. Okay, you brought some type of justice. You were the light in a dark time for a lot of people. I don't know how you did it. And again, there was also somebody who was highly respected that looked up to you. They were in a position of power, but they still looked up to you. Who was pile number 3 in past life? You were very, very important in your past life, guys. Pile number 3. You were really, really, really important in your past life. Give me 1 second, guys. I feel like you changed the person's mind in a power of position. Now, this could be on a big scale or on a small scale. You could have inspired the person who worked at a newspaper station to publish an article that helped lots and lots of people in the city. Or this could have been as big as somebody with privilege inspiring them to help the poor. Or having a conversation with the opposition, I'm hearing. Or somebody that would have been deemed as the opponent, and how you brought enlightenment to that person. Or that's interesting. Who was pile number 3 in past life, Spirit? 10 of Swords. Who was pile number 3 in past life? Give me 1 second, guys, okay? Who was pile number 3 in past life? Okay, guys. You have the Queen of Wands, King of Wands. Wow. For some of you guys, For some of you guys, I'm picking up somehow you came in contact with people in higher positions. There's something about you being in contact with people in higher position, and that's how you made a big change in the world. This could be, I'm seeing these were multiple people, as if you were on a mission to publish or make it known or bring your art to people, bring your creation to people. You found investors, you found investors that saw your vision or understood where you're coming from, that felt like it's time for a change. The world can no longer stay like that, or they really appreciated the art that you've created. There's something about you came in contact with people of high status, although you have not been somebody in high status, but that's how you became somebody in high status. Somehow you were in partnership with people of high status, and they helped you to publish things. They helped you to spread the word, I'm hearing. They helped you to manifest your dream. Let's see what your dream is about, or what your dream was about. What was your dream? What was pile number 3's dream in past life? What was pile number 3's dream in past life? We have the High Priestess. What was your dream in past life? You wanted the truth to be out. You wanted to expose something. I don't know, you exposed something in your past life. You exposed something in your past life that you felt like the world needs to know about it. What was your dream in past life? Wow, guys, I'm hearing you wanted a better future for your for children. You wanted a better future for children, or you wanted a better future for the next generation. What was your dream in past life? Pile number 3. You definitely built something here. Oh, why is this card in here? Yeah, you wanted to bring some type of enlightenment to people. Your dream was it to share your enlightenment with people? What was your dream in past life? You wanted the next generation to live better. 2 of Coins. I'm hearing you wanted the cycle to end. You wanted to break some type of cycle in the past life. What was your dream in past life, pile number 3? And then we're going to look at how this energy still affects you and what kind of good karma you have from past life. 10 of Coins, yeah. Somehow, we have the Tower here. Your wish was to be known, or to get some type of popularity for the sake of changing the world, or for the sake of breaking a cycle, for the sake of creating a better future for your children, or for children in general, for the next generation. Okay, there's something about the 10 of Pentacles here. Your dream was it, yeah, guys, your dream was it to become a rich man or a rich woman, not because of the money, but because you wanted to make a change in the world. So you actually grew to become a rich person because somehow your energy was so convincing to people in status that they helped you. And that's how you were able to create something. I'm even being brought to like a school or seminars or teaching, okay? Or a museum, an exhibition, I don't know what it is. Your mission was to become a person that is in a position of power, financially speaking, and you found investors. You were on a mission here. Okay. Okay, guys, let's get a few cards here, how this energy is still affecting you. Maybe you find yourself in what I'm talking about right now. Oh, first of all, we're gonna get a good karma, or what kind of blessing is coming to you because of the good that you've done in the past life, okay? I definitely feel like you were poor. It feels like rags to riches, but not the type of rags to riches nowadays. Okay, it's a different kind of rags to riches. It feels like you were already, your spirit was already like a rich person before you even became rich. And when I say that, I don't necessarily mean money. It's almost as if your presence or your energy was so strong that you had the power to convince people in power. Okay, that helped you to climb up. And so then you could like create that vision for your children, or for children in general, or for the next generation. You wanted to leave something for the next generation here. Okay. What is the good karma that pile number 3 has from past life? A blessing on your day. Okay, let's see. Oh, guys. Hold on, I'm going to talk about it in a second. What is your blessing here? Okay, we have here a blessing to bring prosperity. And we have a blessing on your day. What I'm picking up here is that good karma that you have from past life is what I'm picking up here with a blessing on a day. First of all, it could be that maybe a lot of you is making sense to you right now as I'm speaking, okay? As if this reading was kind of like a puzzle piece to understanding why you are the way you are, which could be the reason why we have a blessing on a day. But it also feels like there's an energy of like there's gonna be a very, very, very special day in your life, okay? This is something about like a very, very special day that you will have in the future. For example, the day where you rise to financial success, the day where you give birth to twins, okay? The day where you publish your own book, the day where you become a bestseller, the day where you get recognized or discovered. There's something about a special day. This could also be a special day can also be wedding, right? There's something about there's a very, very special day that you will remember for a very long time, probably until you leave Earth. That is a blessing that comes from your past life. Now it also talks about prosperity, okay? And I want to say two things. One can be because you used your money in past life for the good is the reason why the money's coming back to you in this lifetime, okay? And for others of you, I'm also picking up an energy here of, well, a lot of people are searching for, even rich people, poor people, rich people, whatever, whoever. Well, a lot of people are looking for true fulfillment and peace, heavenly peace within, and never find it in this lifetime. You're the one that finds it. It feels like a richness of the soul. I'm hearing Kendrick Lamar, look inside of my soul and you can find gold and maybe get rich. Look inside of your soul and you can find out it never exists. So there's something about what other people are looking for is something that you're being blessed with. Peace before you die, for example, because I'm picking that up very, very strongly here. There's something about prosperity, again, doesn't have to be financial, could be financial depending on where you're at in your life right now, but it could also be an energy of fulfillment, peace and contentment that you find. I'm hearing a lot of people walk around like a headless chicken, but you found the search is over, I'm hearing. So the good karma that you receive from your past life is that you will be able to find peace and contentment in a world that teaches us that we always have to strive for something or get something, there's something about finding peace with what you have, like it's true happiness or true contentment, true peace, where again, this could be like a millionaire who already has a yacht and they still have not found peace. They will not find peace in this lifetime. There's a lack. Yeah, there's something about the blessing that you receive in this lifetime is that the people that are unfulfilled and are lacking something, no matter how much they have, no matter how much you have, maybe a lot or a little, you find what so many people are looking for. This fulfillment that comes from the soul, where you wake up and smile or find true contentment. And you're not running around like a headless chicken trying to find it everywhere, okay? Even if you're not there yet, you will be. A lot of people, they only find peace when they die, but you find peace before that, okay? And for others of you, this could be money, money, money. Okay, let's see. How is this energy affecting you, pile number 3? How is it still affecting you? Give me 1 second. How is this energy still affecting pile number 3 from their past life? What's going on here? I look like a gypsy woman today. I told pile number 1 I actually wanted to, because I felt like it would be on topic to kind of like look a little bit like I'm from the old age or from ancient times, but I don't have anything here. Okay, let's see. Maybe next time. I really felt like I wanted to have like a costume. Okay, we have the Queen of Wands here. We have the Page of Swords, how it is still affecting you. How is this energy still affecting you? I can feel such a strong energy, guys, with you. I'm not gonna lie. Your soul, even if you tell me I'm a crybaby, I cry every second day, your soul is so strong. Your soul is so strong. How's this energy still affect? Yeah, look at that, the Chariot here. How is this energy still affecting pile number 3? How is it still affecting you? What does this card say? Strength. The strength of a lion. Okay. You already found peace in your past life. You already know what heaven feels like without being quite there yet. Or that's something that you will experience in this lifetime, okay? The Hermit. Yeah, you already found, like, it's... I keep seeing it here, okay? Okay, let's... Yeah, you found it. God damn it, I love that reading. Every reading was freaking amazing. So with the Queen of Wands, interesting, right? Because from your past life, we have the Queen of Wands here. And in this lifetime, we also have the Queen of Wands. What does this tell me? It feels like your mission is not quite fulfilled yet. Speaking of, you started your journey in past life, but this lifetime, you're here to... I'm hearing to end it, or your journey or your mission continues in this lifetime. Your journey continues this lifetime. So if you find yourself being an artist or feeling like you want to teach or you want to do something good for the next generation, if you have a soft spot for children, or if you just in general feel like you want to do something good for the next generation, maybe your own generation, like your children, or the next generation in general, okay, you're still a person that is very much aware of the toxicity in the world, and that you need to protect yourself from the toxicity in the world. You've already learned that in past life. I'm hearing your journey continues, pile number 3. I quite literally see to be continued, like a movie. Okay. I'm hearing in your past life you might have not had the opportunity to travel much because you were on a mission, and that also meant to sacrifice your own needs because you were so invested into getting things done. So it was not really, it almost feels like in your past life you did a lot of work, and you will probably continue your mission somehow in this lifetime, but this time around you will have more fun doing it. Okay, there's something about having more fun doing it, or being able to travel when in your past life there was not much time for you to travel, or it was really hard for you to travel. Okay, something about seeing the world when in past life maybe it was not on your radar, or it was not really a thing. Yeah, you're still on a mission, pie number 3. I'm seeing it here. You're still on a mission, no matter how you're gonna do that. Okay, this can be on a big scale, on a small scale. This can be quite literally anything. Okay, what feels good to your soul and your heart. But you still have that guru, monk wisdom from past life. You still have it within you. I'm hearing the past life also taught you, your past life also taught you to be strong. So you have a natural strength to you. Again, if you tell me you're a crybaby, your soul is still strong from past life, okay? There's something about your strength. You still have the strength from the past here. But this time around, again, you will have more fun or more joy or more room to enjoy the journey, or enjoy being on a mission, or enjoy changing the world, or influencing the world, the generation. Okay, how does this energy still affect you, pie number 3? The Wheel of Fortune. I'm also seeing here Aries and Taurus being very important signs. Maybe somebody had to hear that we have Aries and Taurus here. Okay. Aries Sun, Taurus Sun, Aries Sun, Moon Rising. Okay. How's this energy still affecting you to this day? Whoop. The Death card. The Four of Swords again, guys. I cannot make this up. Look at this energy. Guys, you still have this peaceful core to you. The way your past life influenced you is you took the peace from your past life, you carried it into this lifetime. So this could either be that you know where to find peace, or you know how to find peace, or it never really left you. Finding peace before dying. I don't know why it comes up. It keeps coming up. I cannot change the message here. It keeps coming up here. Also something about your sleep. Okay, there might be very vivid dreams happening with your sleep here. How it is still affecting you in your past life. There's something about a transformation that would take place within you or around you. I'm hearing luck is on your side as soon as you do things that you are scared or fearful of. Something about when you dare to do something that feels fearful, luck is on your side. I mean, we talked about it, right? That you're meant to be prosperous in this lifetime here. 8 of Pentacles, yeah. Something about your work is being blessed, or your work is transforming. You might not even see coming that there will be a transition when it comes to your work or your career. This might even be like 20 years from now, but it feels like a transition in your work or in your career. But you're definitely gonna... It has something to do about the strength and peace or that you in general just have like a very strong core still from your past life that gives you somewhat the ability to maybe approach things that feel fearful or could scare a person. Okay. Something about deep inner peace, even if it is sometimes clouded, but it's still within you. You still carry it within you. That's a huge blessing here. Finding heaven before you die. Heaven is a state of mind. Okay, and I think you found it, or it's still deeply ingrained within you. Okay, and when you dig a little bit, you will find it. It's still within you. Pie number 3, that could also be an energy where you still have a special bond to the dead, or you are able to connect to dead people, or in general that you're able to connect to spirit guides. I'm also picking up here wow. I'm picking up here the people that you deeply touched. Some of them are still looking out for you in heaven from past life. I know I went there, but I'm seeing it here. Okay, my beautiful pie number 3. I hope you guys like this reading. Let me know down in the comments if you resonate with it. I love you guys, and I'm going to see you in my next one. Bye.